My name is Vaishnavi. I'm a content writer at Beam & Words, and I've been working there for about a little bit over 1.5 years. So during my college days, I used to intern at a bunch of places. I did intern with a designer, I interned at a magazine, I interned at this digital house. That's when I actually figured out what it is that I actually wanted to do, which was writing. Which is how then I got to know about Beam & Words through friends and through basically acquaintances, and that's when I applied and I got through. So I interned at Gaurav Gupta, I interned at L'Officiel, and I interned at LBB before I actually started working at Beam & Words. One of the reasons was that I was never, like I said, I was never afraid to put my point forward, and I made it I made sure that if I had something to say, I would say it. And I think apart from that, just in general, being more proactive towards work, that's what probably might have gotten me the job from an internship. So we help brands figure out what they should say and how they should say it. And my job specifically is to create a whole narrative when it comes to what they need to say and content, which then is translated on social media and campaigns and website content and all of that. I did not study to be a content writer. So during my college days, I did photography, and writing was a very small part of it, but there was videography and styling, and there was ad and PR and all of that, which is when I realized that amidst all of that, content creation was something that I was really interested in. I think how you figure out is, by interning at a few places. At least that's what worked for me. You need to sort of experiment with what you're doing, and because during your college you also have the time to do all of that. So I think that's what worked for me, at least. A couple of things that I had to do that were not a part of my job were basically, styling and sourcing and photography and all of that. All those things are still, you still do it, and at that time it may seem like, oh my god, why am I doing this? This is not a part of what I'm supposed to do. But in the long run, you figure out that how interesting and how important that is, because that helps you sort of also figure out how the space works. The best advice that I got was, if you never ask, your answer is always going to be no. It was from a book that I read. What did I do with my first paycheck? I spent it to the last penny on food and shopping and alcohol.